Hi, I'm Mick Doherty. Welcome to soccercoachpro.com. Today we're doing passing session number 3. As you can see, we have a circle here of players. In this case there's 8. Again, as a coach it could be 10. It's not that vitally important, but between 8 and 10 would be ideal. We have a central figure in the middle here, and we have one ball. As we progress, we could maybe work 2 balls, but I'll introduce you to that as we go. Initially, I would ask this player to set the session rolling, to play a ball, a good firm ball, into the central player here. All I want him to do is control the ball and stop the ball and then get out of the circle. So that ball is played in from this player here. I want him to follow his pass. He controls the ball and gets out the circle. We have a little bit of movement now because there's a big gap here, so we would ask this player who's run out, that player to move around a little bit, this player to adjust his position. This player then plays the ball out to any player he chooses. It doesn't matter, he could play that one, the one facing him, one to the left, one to the right. He retains his position. The ball then comes straight back into him from the player that's received the ball. He plays it straight back into him. He then controls the ball and then makes his own exit. So he departs here. This player who's played the ball in follows his pass. The ball has been controlled for him by the outgoing player. He then plays the ball out there. He turns in return to receive the next one. The players then adjust their position. So all the time there are no gaps developing. And as good coaches will understand, once there are gaps appearing between midfield players and defensive players, that's when, should the ball be overturned, you could be caught out in a big way. So it's an important factor that you find the players on the outside are always shimmying around, just shuffling around to make sure there's no gaps developing. The ball again, like I said, is played in very, very quickly. He follows his pass, he controls the ball, and he gets out the circle. He follows his pass through, passes it out, straight away, stays in the middle. The ball is then played straight back in, kills it. Next player comes in who passed it in, he follows his pass and plays the ball out again. So you have a constant little routine of the ball being played in to a central player, which is this player here now in this instance. He's following his pass, controls the ball, gets out, little shimmy around, plays the ball out, stays in the middle for the next one, straight back in, straight back out after controlling it, played back out, stays back in for the next ball receiving. So consequently, very, very straightforward. But then what you can do as a coach, you can bring a second ball in. Now again, this will depend upon the stature of the player that you're working with. The age group helps as well. Obviously a little bit older they are, the better, and the easier it is. You have 2 footballs going, where the ball's played in, again he's following his pass, he runs out, he plays the ball out, and then the second ball comes into play. So where the ball's played in there, he follows his pass, he sets it, and he runs out, he plays it out here, and then receives the second ball. So a little rotation, again, starts to develop. And as a coach you will find, you can walk through it initially, so that the players get used to the movement of the ball, the type of pass, the weight of pass. And the great thing about it is literally walk the players through so that they get an understanding of how it's developing, and then they can start going half pace, 3/4 pace, and once they get the real gist of it, you'll find that the repetition and the rapidity of the passing and the movement is excellent. And this is all transferred into the actual game itself because it's realistic. There's a lot of realism to the session which can be transferred into a match situation.
And now, over to the training ground.
Good.